crazy, crazy. But yeah. So weird. I had a whole start thing going, and strange thing happened to me the other day. Sitting on the couch, hanging out at the house, watching some TV, and my dog's running around the house. I got two little dogs, little teeny weeny dogs, and they're running around jumping. And I got one that's like 10 pounds. His name is Jack. Leaps across the room and lands squarely. I mean squarely on my right nut, like someone wrenched it. Anyone ever been kicked in the nuts? Yeah? That one nut feels like it's right here. Yeah, it hurt that bad. I had to go to the fucking doctor. All right, so I'm like, because it's an emergency. You're dealing with a nut here. I don't know. I'm not planning on actually maybe having kids. Who knows? I don't know, but I know that I want everything in this general vicinity to work right. So I rush off to the doctor, and I get there and go to the emergency room, because that's what you do when you go to get your nuts fixed. It's not like a regular doctor. I don't even think like you'd even put that in like I work on dicks in the phone book. Yeah, that's not a good advertisement, I don't think, unless of course you're selling something else. So I go to the doctor, and I'm sitting there, and I got this cool nurse. She comes out, and I tell her, I write my little thing down. I don't want to say it out loud. There's people and kids and stuff around. I write it down on a little paper, and she looks at it, and all of a sudden she comes back, quick, wheelchair, boom. I'm like, whoa, I'm not that bad. It's all right. It's okay. She's like, no, you really need to get in the wheelchair. My girl looks at me, she's like, baby, wheelchair. So I hop in the wheelchair, I go back there, and I roll by a bunch of doctors who are like looking at me, like sizing me up. I know they're drawing the short straws at this point, because no one wants to deal with a guy's nuts. I mean, it's just not something, you didn't join the ER group to go in and catch nuts in your hand. So I'm in the room, and I'm chilling and waiting, and the doctor walks in, and he comes in. He's a nice looking guy, younger guy, younger than me, and I know he's like irritated as hell. So he comes up, and he's like, so he asked me a little thing, what happened? I told him, and he comes up and goes, all right, drop your shorts, and then blam, he drops down like, I was like, damn, I'm thinking, dude, if you get one more knee on the ground, I'm calling a lawyer, because he dropped with like serious overzealous. It's like he was excited about this. He just wanted to get it over, one of the two. Either way, I'm with him. I want to get this whole thing over with. So he's down there, and I told him the whole story. I'm thinking, why you got to finger them? No, they're not swelling. They just hurt. Not even they, one just hurt. So he's fingering them like that, I'm like, Doc, chill out, It's feeling kind of good. So then, so he's like, okay, well, we don't know exactly what's going on from here. We're going to take a sonogram. And I'm thinking to myself, so you had to feel my nuts? You tell me you couldn't see anything? I told you they're the same size. No big deal. He whisked me off. I wait for this other person to come. They take me down in a bed, still not walking through the hospital, even though, I'm walking like I'm taking a shit, but I can walk. Not to hurt banging against your leg. You ladies have no clue how much these fuckers swing. So I get in there, and I get to the nurse. I'm thinking to myself, okay, God, please don't let the nurse be hot. I'd had it in a little bit, girls growing a rag, da-da-da. I'm not getting any. Here we go. She comes out, she's smoking, tongue ring, tattooed, ridiculous. I'm like, oh my God. But she's cool. She lays it out, and she sits me down, and she's like, okay, this is how we're gonna do it. I need you to fucking set this towel this way and that way, just so that your testes are showing. I'm using the clinical term because that's what she said. So I set it up, put a little towel underneath there, strap a little fucker back, blam, over the shoulder. What? Damn, if y'all gonna believe those stereotypes, believe them all. It's like that. I like chicken, and I like white girls. So I'm laying there, and she starts just like this mindless conversation. She's done this before. You can tell this woman has done this before, because she's like, she takes out this wand, blam, looks like one of those things from Kmart or Walmart, like you got the big package, like you buy the fucking big thing, and she's got to shoot it from here. She's got one of these in her hand. She takes some really thick KY, squeezes it all there, and then she's like, without a second thought, boop. She's running all around. I'm looking at my nuts on the screen. Normally, having a hot chick waving a wand across my nuts would be a good thing. Today it was just a little bit, it was cool. I was cool with it. I was happy. I was stoked. Things were fine. And then I saw this little lump thing. She goes, oh, don't worry about that. I'm like, what do you mean? It's on my nut. Why should I not worry about that? She goes, well, I can't tell you yet. I'm not a doctor. Then why did you tell me that was a lump? if you're not a doctor. She's like, don't worry about that. So she goes over, she scans my nuts and da-da-da-da, and then she goes back. She's kind of smiling, so I'm thinking there's a good outcome. Sends me back to the room, the doctor comes back in, he's like, well, she's got a little fluid on there because, it got crushed, and, it's healing itself. There's nothing we can do. We'll give you some pills. Hence why I feel so well tonight. I got some pills, my nuts are not hurting, and we're going to have a good time. So as you all know, I am a bartender. If you don't know, you need to know. I am a bartender. I'd say the name of my restaurant, but they didn't pay me enough to do that. Figure that one out. But I would like to talk to you about coming out, and there's rules. I don't know if you guys knew to being in a restaurant, like say people with kids. We'll pick on those people for a minute. All right. Rules to bring your kid to a restaurant. First off, if your kid has ingested sugar 2 hours before coming to my restaurant, they have restaurants for people like you. All right. If your kid's loaded up on sugar and he's planning on playing some games in my restaurant, it's not the place to do so. People are drinking in my restaurant. I'm a bartender. I know. All right. You pass McDonald's, you pass Wendy's, fuck, you pass Walmart. All right. They got food, they got games. Run your kids down the aisle. Don't let them do shit in my restaurant. Toys in a restaurant, not good. Some kid the other day opened up a thing of salt, poured it all over the fucking table, and took his trucks out and decided to baja in the sand on my table. So at this point, as a good server, and any of you who've ever served tables know this, you give the mom a look. Oh, cute. And you're thinking to yourself, there better be a fucking 10 under that salt, bitch. Or you better get that shit up, okay? My mom would have beat my ass. Period, point blank. Like, I don't know about y'all, but my mom would have beat my ass, okay? Another thing about kids in restaurants, running. This is not a track meet. We have runners in the restaurant. These people will run your food. Your server, when you tell me your tea is this close to being empty and you say, I need some more tea, I'm running to go get you some more tea. Because that's what we do. We run for you so you can tip us. All right? When your kids are running through the restaurant, I'm balling up rugs. I'm mopping floors without signs. Anything to make this kid hit the deck. I want this kid to really fucking feel it. And then when he falls down, I want to lean down to him and say, I hope your mom beats your ass. Another thing that irks me about people in restaurants is people who bring their kids, it's cool to take your kid to the restaurant when he's dosed down off the sugar, no sweets while he's in the building. We're cool because, like I said, you guys have places to take your kids to play. McDonald's has a little jungle gym, little kitty litter out there. Do whatever the fuck they want. In my restaurant, there's no kitty litter. There's coloring book and crayons, okay? Sit your kid down, give him a crayon. If he doesn't like the picture, flip it over and draw me a fresh one. All right, but sit your ass still. And don't take your kid to the bar. Who does that? Sit your kid.
Yeah, that one right there. Yeah.
Sit your kid. Well, you're different. You rock. But these parents who sit at the bar and bring their kids and sit them right next to them, because you see, certain kids are cool at the bar. They know how to act at a bar. They're like, okay, this is a big people place. I'll just sit here, be quiet, shut up. Good kid, draw a picture, whatever, But when this lady tells me, sir, could you please watch your swearing? I'm sorry, fellas. Fuck. I didn't know we were at a bar and we had to watch our freaking language. My bad, man. Well, fuck, I'm sorry. Shit. Can I get you another glass of wine before you strap him in your car and drive his ass down the fucking road? Shit like that, my mom, we had levels. Like, I heard parents talk about, oh, Billy, you've been bad. If you don't do that again, I'll put you in timeout. When I was a kid, my mom took time out to kick my ass. All right? That was the only thing I knew about it. Okay? Matter of fact, if we were going somewhere and she knew I was probably going to fuck up, like if I had sugar too late, she just beat my ass ahead of time. Get it out of the way. You know what I'm saying? And then I'd be in the bar getting ready to fuck up, getting ready to tear some shit up, and she's like, I'm like, damn, I remember that ass whooping. Don't want another one of those. But, yeah, man, so, Oh my goodness. Yeah, man. I'm sorry, first timer. Beating it off on stage. I apologize. I'm just actually really happy to be up here doing this. I'm not nearly as nervous as I thought. You guys haven't heard me talk. Beautiful. Beautiful. Well, actually, I quite honestly ran out of a whole lot of stuff to talk about, except I took a driving class the other day and realized that I am a very offensive driver. Hugely. They ask you questions like, are you offensive drivers? Like, do you drive up behind somebody and try to push them out of the lane and try to stick up on them? I'm like, try to say no. Oh, yes. I do that, and so does everybody else, but that's irrelevant. And then you got this guy that rides up on your ass, and he's like driving your ass, and you're going like 90, and he's pushing your ass, and you're like, what do you want to do? You want to tap your fucking brake, right? Brake check, dude. You know what? Everybody out there's got insurance, and if you don't, you fucking better if you're chasing me. That's all there is to it. You guys have a good night. That's all I got.